Dear friends from all over Europe, dear friends from the US, dear organic family, so it's now time to come to close to this 17th European Congress. And I must say, we met so many different, engaged, skilled, motivating people here on the panel, during the Congress, during a new setting for me, taking food and meeting people, waiting for food and meeting new people. So it was a real living, motivating Congress with so many interactions and so many relationships. It's really encouraging. And for that already, to all of you and to all people here, to all speakers at the panel, a very big hug and thank you to all of you who were present here and took part to this encouraging moment. Thank you very much. I don't remember really if it was Álvaro or Diego, but someone of you said yesterday we are heading real strong headwinds, and we were used. I think it was you. We were used for the last 10, 20 years. We had always backwinds. We knew our targets, where we want to go, and we had a lot of backwinds. That's quite easy to sail when you have backwinds and when you have your target in front of you. So now we have headwinds, but we have still our targets in front of us. And this makes sailing a bit more complicated. You have to cross against the wind. And that was another part what we have been doing here. Is really trying not to question our aims, targets, and goals, really to save our livelihoods and what we need really to save our planet and a good future for our children. So the targets are clear for us, but what is the right course and the right strategies? And we heard a lot during these 2 days from people from the Commission, from practitioners. Where and how we can sail with headwinds. I must admit, when I planned this trip here to south of Spain, I haven't been here in this region. My assumption was to travel here and to meet especially our Spanish French here. I expect to get an insight and first insight coming from South Germany, where everything is green and we had really a wet summer. We were more or less suffering, having too much fresh water this year. Coming to a region which is already really suffering with the current climate change. And knowing from all scientific studies that this is just the beginning. And looking at the region here, I mean, we are now here in a cooled room, and we have a nice city around here, but we haven't seen yet a lot of this area which is suffering under heavy droughts. So we're getting an insight what is coming the next 10, 20, 30 years, and these are all. It's all a time frame, I think, which everybody of us can oversee. So because we are all older than 25, 30, I don't know, but so we know this time frame and how quick these changes are already in place. So asking ourselves during these 2 days and in hopefully in a lot of following relationships and more cooperation and collaboration within our sector, we are asking ourselves how we can. Our director, our Eduardo Coco, he has to leave. Yeah, you're leaving. Thank you very much, Eduardo. We are asking ourselves a lot how we can safeguard organic in these headwinds. On the other side, the whole society is asking themselves how we can rescue our livelihoods. And a lot of scientists make scenarios. Like here in Europe, many scientists work on the scenario in 2045 when the European Union is supposed to be climate neutral, and which sectors can contribute to that important target. Just give me on your trip home, or maybe on the visit tomorrow on the excursion here in Andalusia, some thoughts for you how this scenario can look like. I've had a lot of discussion with scientists about these diverse scenarios. How will farming and food in Europe will look like 2045 when we reach our goal? And it's pretty sure what should be happened. One part is that we have to reduce the numbers of animals. We need an animal husbandry system, which relies on rush fodder and leftovers from other agriculture systems. We need more diversity in crops and fruits, legumes, which is, I think, a good message, especially for regions like Spain, which rely on a lot of fruit and vegetable production. We need to integrate agroforestry. We need to recover and re-wet peatland. We need to reduce pesticide, not because we want to increase organic, but we want to increase biodiversity. So all this scenario were more or less already on the table, and parts of them are already parts of the political strategy. And all these scenarios, how to implement it, are discussed everywhere, not only here in an organic Congress, they are discussed everywhere. And for me, this is one of the most encouraging facts I can take with me to be motivated to work in the organic movement, that organic has many answers to these multifunctional challenges of food and farm system change, and that we can really drive this kind of transformation by bringing in the organic community in all this discussion about the future of food and farming, not to promote organic for themselves, but to promote what is organic delivering and what organic can contribute. About one of the main narrative in this context, that we have to speed up our ability to transform our economy. So while our political climate is not so favorable anymore at the moment, like in the last years, we have learned during these days a lot of encouraging examples and encouraging messages, and a lot of homework to do for ourselves, that we can really fulfill this important role in the European food and farm sector. And I hope that you meet new friends, that you met new friends, and that you keep on going networking, maybe on public procurement, maybe on collaboration, to present solutions on carbon farming issues, to further development of our certification schemes and regulative bureaucracy, or on one of the main issues, how we really can reach more citizens, as my colleague said, more eaters, not only consumption. It's not about organic consumption, but it's really about a partnership with citizens. So at the end, I really want to thank our Spanish friends from Ecovalia. I want to thank you, Álvaro and Diego, for your whole team, for your whole efforts and for your braveness in this difficult moment to host this Congress and to give so many insights, so many exciting insights into the Spanish organic movement. And one person I will explicitly thank, I think, for all of us, and that is Evelyn. Evelyn, where are you? Can you come up? Yeah, I said to Evelyn yesterday, so now I think we meet 12 or 13 years. We always meet mostly in Brussels, unfortunately, or in other European cities, one time in Sevilla. But I really didn't know what is Ecovalia, what is behind. If you don't meet the people, you have no impression. So now I know your team, and from the Brussels perspective, who is behind Evelyn, and I'm really impressed. But I mean, you and your team. Oh no! You had so much effort here to serve here, and I have to thank you. Yeah. And thanks to your whole team from Ecovalia, you did such a good, brilliant job. And I can't end my closing speech without thank our IFOAM Organics Europe team who were collaborating with your team, and especially two persons, and I asked them to come up here, and it's Asta and Angie for the whole team here. Please come up. Asta is gone. So Angie, and you representing the whole team here, or maybe, yeah, there's still a lot from the Brussels team. I'm so thankful for this skilled, motivated, diverse team we have in Brussels from all European nations. They work almost day and night. They overcome the COVID crisis, which was harder in Brussels than in many other places in Europe, to survive. And you keep your energy and you collaborate so well with so many different cultures and organizations throughout our membership. Angie, for you and the whole IFOAM team, thank you very much on behalf of all. Yeah, for me, once again, it's really a pleasure being here. I'm looking forward tomorrow for the excursion. I hope I will see you. I'll see a lot of you participating and having an insight, not only discussing about Spanish and the European sector, but having a direct contact with farmers here in this region. So stay healthy, be engaged. We have a lot of challenges, and we have a lot of headwinds, but we know how to sail and how to cross the wind to reach our target. Thank you very much.
Muchísimas gracias, Jan. Bueno, yo me toca compartir la clausura con los compañeros de IFOAM. Llegamos al final de la clausura del Congreso presencial aquí en el Palacio de Congresos. Mañana tenemos la visita a campo, con lo cual es 27, 26, 27 y 28, con lo cual mañana más y mejor con esa visita. Haremos el final del Congreso. Pero hoy toca clausurar a todos los que venís de fuera y algunos parten ya hoy. En primer lugar, creo que ha sido todo un éxito este Congreso. Quiero felicitar a los organizadores, por supuesto, a los colaboradores que han hecho posible esto. Saludar al director general de Industria y Cadena Alimentaria, José Miguel Herrero, que nos acompaña esta tarde, a él y a su equipo ha hecho posible, gracias al Ministerio de Agricultura y Pesca del Gobierno de España, por creer en la producción ecológica. Por supuesto, a nuestra Consejería de Agricultura, que ha estado apoyándolo, y hablando en el término local, a la Diputación de Córdoba, que ha hecho posible esto. Bueno, hemos hablado de muchísimas cosas. Transición agroalimentaria, hemos hablado de sostenibilidad y lo tenemos ya. La producción ecológica es el cumplimiento de los objetivos del Pacto Verde, de sus dos estrategias. Somos un elemento sumamente necesario y, utilizando palabras que se han dicho en este congreso de ponentes que tengo aquí enfrente, somos sexy. La verdad que es algo que hemos sacado y hemos aprendido en este congreso. Tenemos que el mercado, el relevo generacional, por supuesto, las políticas innovadoras, la promoción y la investigación es ahora más necesaria que nunca. Y la producción ecológica tiene líneas para ello. Se ha hablado mucho de lo que nos viene enfrente. ¿Se nos viene viento en contra? Perfecto. Somos buenos marineros, no somos noveles, tenemos más de 30 años de experiencia y sabemos que tenemos que trimar velas, ponernos a ceñida y vamos en ángulo de 45 grados. El barco escorará, pero con buenos marineros llegaremos a ese punto que lo tenemos perfectamente marcado. Sabemos dónde vamos, sabemos el objetivo. Creo que se ha abierto diálogo y línea. Quería decir que el valor de lo esencial que tenemos, como ha dicho en la mesa anterior Yolanda, es importante. Vamos a lo esencial. Somos un sector unido, somos un sector que tenemos un objetivo común, somos un sector con un objetivo esencial para el futuro de la humanidad. El futuro es producción ecológica, el futuro es producción orgánica y lo vamos a conseguir entre todos. Muchísimas gracias. Quiero, de verdad, decir que esto es posible gracias al equipo, de verdad. Gracias al gran equipo de Jan, de verdad, un placer compartir y ser coorganizadores con vosotros. Tu equipo, chapó, Eduardo, el equipo de IFOAM EU, enhorabuena. Mi equipo, que decir, que yo estoy aquí, que mi secretario general esté aquí y que hayamos podido destinar estos días y que haya salido también, es gracias a un equipazo que tenemos. Son los trabajadores en la sombra, muy meticulosa. Tenemos Patricia, tenemos Virginia, tenemos Evelyn, que está aquí, el equipo de Evelyn, Ana, tenemos Ángela, perdón, tenemos Jesús Palomares, todo el equipo, Rosario, que ha hecho posible esto. De verdad, dar las gracias y esto, aplauso va para ello. Muchísimas gracias y nos vemos. Queda cerrado. Pues queda clausurado las sesiones presenciales del Congreso. Muchísimas gracias, buen viaje a todos y nos vemos pronto. Chao.